Thanks for clicking on the video. And here on Mimic, we are presenting Dragon Age Veilguard. And we'll get into this game. Right now, I'm showing you a clip at the beginning. Later on, I'll show you a clip in the middle where we fight some dragons, more than one. And then at the very end, we're going to show off the final boss battle and the end game sequence. Before I get to it, on this channel, we mention multiple nerdy things from video games to board games, Dungeons and Dragons to comic books, toys, and gamer snacks on Sundays. So let's start off with an overview about this game. Veilguard came out in 2024, and the last prior iteration of this game came out a decade ago. That was Inquisition, which was fine. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Ever since the first game came out in 2009, I think it's been a wonderful series by BioWare. Yeah, but it's been a decade since the last one, so I don't remember the characters too well. I guess that might be part of the problem if you are playing this for the continuation of the story. 10 years is a long time to be removed from these characters. That being said, the main characters that you use in those games, Valric, Solus, Morgana, they're really just side characters to this story. So they introduce a new panel of characters, and at first I thought it was a little bit jarring, but I got into it as it was just easier for me to learn their new backgrounds rather than try to remember their characters from the previous games and all the backgrounds and choices we made in the past. I guess the main complaint people had about this game, or one of the complaints, was it's a woke game. There is a character that's non-binary in this game. I don't think it's in your face as, say, Last of Us number 2. Those characters that you met were unavoidable. This is just one of the companions that you have in your army, and you could explore the story more if you choose, and you could choose not to. So I really don't think it's much of a bother. I spent about 61 hours to complete this game, and none of it involved grinding. It is a modern Western role-playing game. You can see how it's very action-oriented, not turn-based at all, and the game levels up with you. So you could run through this game, speed run, and fight the end boss without much consequence. Though, of course, to get the best ending, you will have to level up yourself, but also your companions, predominantly to unlock what they call the Veilguard status. And in this game, there are multiple regions. It's not necessarily open world, but several maps that are very detailed, and each map has a different faction that controls it. I believe there's at least 6 of them, maybe 8 of them, and as you complete quests in these regions, you increase the strength of that faction, and they can help fight the boss at the end. So you will need to go through multiple missions and side quests to accomplish this goal, which is not really a chore, as BioWare is really good at making quests and having a very engaging story. They're not simply fetch quests. So let me talk to you a little bit more about the story. Obviously, there are going to be heavy spoilers here. Here you can see Solus. He is trying to destroy the Veil, which is holding back some of the Fade and some demons and things of this nature. Valric here is trying to stop Solus from doing that, but Valric gets injured, and Solus is able to attack the Veil briefly, and 2 elven gods escape. And Solus ends up being trapped in the Fade. He is actually an elven god himself, and these elven gods are basically ancient mages. So 2 ancient mages escape, and they are wanting to reshape the world in their ideal. Part of this involves the Blight, which is sort of like a plague that is a huge biomass. Regardless, That is the main story. The story itself is very strong and definitely a big selling point to this game. Since I played it maybe half a year since its launch, and if there were any bugs in the game, I did not notice any at all. I'm playing this on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and it runs really smoothly. Another plus thing about this game is, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, there's no grinding in this game. It is action oriented, which is okay. I can accept that. But, once you find the set of armor and gear that you prefer to use, the attacks and spells you like to use, you end up doing it again and again because you know this combination can tackle any of the various foes they have within. And there are quite a number of them. They have different attacks, different strengths and weaknesses. But yes, once you find your ideal armor set and powers, you don't really need to change anything. So that, in a way, could be a little bit samey and a negative. You can see that the cinematics and the voice acting is quite strong. So that's another positive for this game. And the graphics are very appealing. Going back to the negatives, I would say my biggest negative with this game is the treasure. A lot of the treasure you find is not too important. A lot of it is just crafting materials or just amount of gold pieces. None of which are items unless it's a big treasure chest. And those are few and far in between. You also can get items after accomplishing certain quests as well. So the loot to be had is more sparse, actual loot, that is, items. And most of the majority of items you will find, I would say 90, maybe even 95% of them is just crafting materials and things of that nature. I suppose the game designers decided to go this route to make the game play more streamlined. Certainly, I wasn't sitting on my butt going through my inventory multiple times just to figure out what would work the best. I mean, you could just really dive in and play as a action adventure game. And boy, the action is fantastic. You do have multiple companions, and they will have different attacks and spells as well. You can even pick different equipment for them to combo with your abilities. And yes, you can have a great kaleidoscope of special effects on your screen, institute huge area attacks of damage, and it's really wonderful and fantastic. The creatures you fight, I mentioned, are quite varied. This being a Dragon Age game, yes, you will fight dragons, multiple ones. I probably fought 12 plus throughout my run, and one of the encounters I'm going to show you soon is actually an encounter with one dragon joined with another dragon. So this is the only double dragon fight you will see. I probably should rephrase that. It's the only multiple dragon fight you will see throughout the entire game. Once this encounter starts, I'm going to mute my microphone and resume commentary once the big boss battle starts. So you can see a big dragon burst out of a tower right now, and enjoy the rest of this gameplay clip.
Hit the wings! Force her to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls! Let's go! We got it out of the tower! Ready to fight. Up here. Keep it busy down there. Good a plan as any.
That's right. We haven't fallen yet.
Watch out for those claws. That's not the only part that's dangerous. Ranged incoming. Second dragon!
Press the attack! Bring that first one down!
Gillenane.
Mortals! You defied me at Whitehout! Stole my archdemon! I will have blood for that! Be healed, my pet! The blight grants you new life. Bring me their bodies once you are finished.
That's the dragon that attacked Treviso, right? Let's kill it for Lucanus.
I came to Whitehouse bearing gifts. In ignorance, you reject this world's salvation.
One dragon or two, doesn't matter. Can't lose here. We won't lose here.
Not ready yet. Not ready.
The blight can be tamed, turned to a greater purpose. But I must have material for the work.
Came here to kill a dragon. Now, we're gonna kill two. Look out! Overhead! Move out of the way! Ready! No more retreating! No more falling back! Viper!
Thought you could use a hand. Fire!
You're late!
Didn't want to arrive without a gift. Enchanted ballista bolts. You'll even pierce blighted dragon hide. Let's bring them down, Rook!
My archdemon was a unique creation. It will never rise again.
It's weakening! Keep pressing! On your right!
I shall teach this to the creatures that I sculpt from your flesh. We will tame this affliction you call the blight, and remake this world as a pure, shining empire. All who oppose us will be repurposed for the greater.
First one's almost dead. Keep at it. Damn it! Reinforcements. We'll hold them off. You take down those dragons.
One dragon's dead.
Then focus on the second one. Just hang on. We'll wrap this up quickly. I'm ready. Warden, to me.
On your left.
Hitting us from range. Ready for a fall. For Weishaupt! Got it!
Confidence, eagerness, all for naught. You think the blight is death? It is raw potential, a perfect tool of creation.
No! She's reanimating the dragons! We have to stop her! Gillanane's wounded! Press the attack!
Oh, sister. Do not be blinded by righteous anger.
They stole Rosakill from me, Algernon. My greatest creation.
A thrall is easily replaced. You are not. Without you, the blight is a brute weapon. Only your hands mold it into life.
The mortals deserve worse. But we have crucial work in Arth.
After it is complete, one resists.
The Dread Wolf's influence. His presence lingers.
Ever defiant. For now.
So here is the start of the first two final boss battles you need to complete to get the ending of the game. As I mentioned, there were two elven gods that escaped the veil, and you now have cornered the first one here. To injure these gods, you have to take out their archdemon first, and they were in shape of dragons, of course. And now you could do the final attack on this first boss battle, who is the sister of the main leader of the enemy faction. Leading up to this boss battle in the lair, there were some simple environmental puzzles. There's some other puzzles throughout the game, maybe some jumping sections, some riddles. Nothing too taxing, nothing too difficult. It's rather enjoyable. Sit on the couch and play through this game. I didn't have any problems at all. My daughter had fun watching me play. She even went through a couple of adventures with me. Some of the puzzles she did enjoy and actually helped me out with. So I think it's a good all-around fun game. However, yeah, it's probably rated R with some of the subject matter and gore and blood that you see. It's not too overly gruesome though. You see, as I'm fighting, there are these red biomasses. That is the blight, the collection of a more brighter red. It would be a node you would have to take out, and I'll subsequently destroy some of the connections, and that can open up a door or kill a generator of monsters. So it's a little bit of environmental puzzle here that you'll see. I hope people do pick up this game. Apparently EA was hoping to sell 50% more than the 1.5 million units that they sold. So I don't know if they'll ever make a sequel to this. It seems as if single player long adventure games are dying out. I don't like that trend. Hopefully this will be continued, and other long Western adventure games. I really don't like having a multiplayer aspect such as Fallout 76 or even Diablo. I really just want to keep it confined and play at my own pace and not have to worry about some other players' antics. There's a lot of lore to be discovered as you wander around at your own pace and explore. There are many NPCs you could talk to, a lot of books and simple little paragraphs you can read. It's not like a full actual book such as in Bethesda games. There's some letters you could pick up, some signs that you can read, all add to the environment around you. So it's really easy to digest. You don't have to do it. A lot of it can be just done through the cutscenes in-game, but if you want to dive more into it, you can, and I really like that opportunity. If you never played any of the prior games before, I think this is an acceptable starting point. You don't have to know those old characters. There's enough of a background material for you to become familiar with them, and certainly these new characters can be engaging. Actually, I think the most interesting character I thought, well, there's actually two, but the most interesting one is this wizard, and he is researching the undead. He's sort of like a necromancer, but what he really wants to do is become a lich. And if you become a lich, you're not necessarily evil, you're just undead, and you could live forever if you chose to go through that change, is what they call it. So you have this character go through that ritual, which I opted to do, and it's an interesting story. The second most interesting character is one of her starting characters. She is a dwarf, but she ends up getting the ability to pull stone or earth magic. So that is pretty interesting, I found as well. So, whatever your likes and dislikes are, you can tailor this game to what you wish with the companions you choose. And yes, you could pick who you want to have as your love interest. Alright, so let me have the rest of this step play out as we take out the first of two of the elven gods.
You've done naught but destroy them.
You and Elganon are trapped by the past, just like Solus. You had your chance, each one of you. And we don't owe you a thing.
takes. Assad!
Davrin!
No!
We had such plans. Oh, goodness.
You will regret this.
Alright, so we have reached the point where we're showing off the end game sequence with the final boss master, the last elven god you need to assassinate. Is protected by a archdemon, which is a large dragon, but you don't really fight that dragon soulless in his dread wolf form. We'll do that, and you'll see prolonged cutscenes. You'll see the battle I have with the final boss monster. I believe there are 2 stages to that battle, and you can see the end game sequence. So hopefully you enjoy the clip you're about to watch. Thank you for watching as always, and keep on adventuring out there.
Get to the throne room. I know how to help Solus.
Such arrogance, thinking you can hide from your creator. And I am this world's creator. Every pointed spire and warding enchantment in this city is a child's unwitting imitation of the empire I built. I would have restored the glory. Your lives are too brief to remember.
I saw Demeter's Crossing and Weishaupt and everywhere else you've left your mark. I didn't see any glory. All I saw was a tyrant destroying everything he touches.
You mistake discipline for cruelty, a failing among those who lack a master's gentle guidance. We only destroyed because you resisted. In the new empire, every child would have blossomed under my protection. And Gillenane, my brilliant sister, would have forged the Blight into a tool of beauty. But she is dead. And all we have is this. Because of you. You are nothing. This entire world is my domain.
Got him in position.
Nothing you do matters.
Ready for the follow-up. Someone follow up. Ready for
While my dragon thrall lives, I am invulnerable. Yet still you fight. Pathetic. save himself. Now you understand that none may stand against me. Those who try stand alone. I am the Lord of the day and the night. Yield to me and I will show you mercy. Look at you. Your failures. You failed to save the wardens at Weishaupt. You fled in terror at Arlathan.
And then we killed Gillenane.
You have nothing. No army, no dragon, no thralls.
I've got a team, and that's all I need.
I have bound the souls of dragons. I have slain titans and broken the will of gods.
You haven't broken me.
You will kneel.
Damn it.
Oh, now. You did as well as anyone could have, but you cannot deny the truth.
Let them go.
I gave you this power, girl.
This is my city.
Impossible. You will not.
You are mortal, Elganon. Enjoy it while it lasts.
If you will not bow, you will burn.
Ready for follow.
Your recalcitrance has doomed every pathetic creature in existence. I will share the last glimmer of defiance from this wretched world. And from the ashes shall rise a blighted empire. Bow to me alone. There is no light save my glory. No refuge save my shadow. No desire save my perfected intention.
done. The world owes you a debt, both for defeating Elganon and for bringing down the Veil. I am sorry for this final betrayal, but I will do what I can to minimize the damage. When you see the old world restored, please, Rook. I do not wish to fight against you.
I don't want to fight you either. But I don't want to see the world go through even more pain on top of what Elganon has done. Do you?
This world is broken, Rook, because of my mistakes.
You're right. You do need to make up for the damage you've done. But breaking the world again is the wrong way to do it.
Letting the Veil collapse
Is what you want. Making amends isn't about what you want. You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the Veil and stop it from falling.
I cannot. To stop now would dishonor those I have wronged to come this far.
Even if those you wronged asked you to stop?
Venom.
You think you've gone too far to come back? But you're wrong.
I am here, walking the Denansharal with you.
I lied. I betrayed you.
I forgive you. All you have to do is stop.
Irabalas, Venom. But I cannot. Long before we met, I failed my oldest friend. She died for that failure. If I leave the Veil in place, I am destroying the world she wanted. And I will have... She will have died for nothing.
And whose fault is that, Dread Wolf?
Morrigan.
One appellation among many I wear. I have been advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, daughter of Flemeth, and once, long ago, an old friend.
Mythal lives on in her. And in this.
Mythal.
I pulled you from the Fade you loved and sent you into war. I used your wisdom as a weapon. And it broke you.
The things that I have done.
Are not for you alone to bear, my friend. The many wrongs we did together. I release you from my service.
Banal nadas, arlathma venan.
My life force now sustains the Veil. With every breath I take, I will protect the innocent from my past failures. The Titan's dreams are mad from their imprisonment. I cannot kill the Blight, but I can help to soothe its anger. I will go and seek atonement. Thanks to you, I now can see the way.
With Elgar'nan and Gillenane dead, and Solus off to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong, it looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a close.
The story of the Veilguard. A team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost.
Whatever it takes.
But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the Blight so that the flowers can grow again.
Or the story of Arkandorian Parvus, dragging Tevinter into a new era with bold and forceful measures.
Or the story of a caretaker standing vigil against the Blight.
For the Antivan Crows, it would be a story of bringing a traitor to justice and reclaiming Treviso from the Blight.
Among the Veil Jumpers, the fall of the last elven gods meant Arlathan was reborn.
At their heart, stories are about change.
A man exploring worlds beyond mortal existence.
A woman making Docktown a little better for the people who live there.
An assassin driving out the darkness in his city and himself.
A student of history helping the elves put past evils behind them forever.
A dragon hunter forging a new life for themselves.
Or the Griffins, finding a new home in Arlington, protecting a world that once thought them lost for good.
Or the Dwarven people, rediscovering their lost magic and their connection to the stone.
There are stories of love.
But those stories aren't over. And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are today. And those whose stories will live on with us forever.